Hey YouTube, hope you're having a good afternoon or good whatever time of day it is where you are at. Have a knife maintenance video for you guys today, a little bit different, switching it up, and the particular area of maintenance that this involves is knife, or specifically folding knife lubrication. So right here is a fairly good, if not very good, oil that won't break the bank. It's easy to get, very accessible. You can find it in most hardware stores, if not all, and Walmarts and all that. It's Hops number 9. So you can see here on the bottle, lubricating oil, high viscosity and penetration for firearms, fishing reels, and all mechanisms. And it contains 2¼ fluid ounces or 67 milliliters. It's roughly a 5-inch bottle, not too big, but then again, how much oil are you really using on your pocket knives? And if you need more than this, you're honestly using way too much. This is actually empty because I have my oil stored in these. These are e-juice bottles for e-cigarettes or vapor cigarettes. I like this because it does have this dropper applicator, which is fairly fine, so you can get it in the pivot area nice and easy. Also, it's a nice glass little bottle, and it also, once you use one of these up, the smell stays in there, so the oil smells kind of nice. Just something I like. But I'll show you the viscosity of the Hops lubricating oil here, just on a piece of plastic. So it is high viscosity, so it's not going to be a very runny oil. That's about 1 drop. And you can see here, it's not moving very fast, so it is a pretty thick oil. I find about 2 to 3 drops works well in your folders. Don't use too much because it is a very thick oil. It'll attract a lot of dirt, which is one of the main reasons why you're going to need to do more maintenance on your folders. You're going to get dust in your pivot, and your knife's not going to be as smooth as it is when you get it. Kind of like mine right here. This is a Boker Titan Decade Edition. I've been EDCing this a lot just because of how pocket friendly it is. It's about 8.5 inches, I'd say. But with that, it's only 2.57 ounces, which is insane with those carbon fiber scales. Also very thin, tip up right hand carry. Really like this knife. If you can find one, definitely pick it up. But the pivot in there is a lock back, but those can get really dirty because you can see here it goes into there, and that is just a very easy way to get dirt in your pivot. Also, Boker, I find, in most of their folders, if not all, use nylon or Teflon washers. With that being said, this knife is smooth. You can see here if I hold back the lock and just do this, how freely that blade moves. It does have a bit of grittiness to it, but that's only because some of my sharpening cloths have some stone residue in there. You can see right there, a bit of stone residue from sharpening. This knife hasn't been sharpened, so I don't have to worry about that. But wiping them down when I'm done using them for the day, you do sometimes get that stone in there, and that can really not do good for your pivot. This knife is about perfect with centering, so smoothness is quite good, especially now this new technique I've been using, which is this Smith's honing solution. Now, I know some people will never use this in a folder, but I've been using this in sharpening a lot recently. I've had this for a while, I just haven't been using it. But you can see there with stone cleaning agents and rust and corrosion inhibitors for use on all sharpening stones. And then you can see here at the bottom, also like the Hops, it is made in the USA. I know a lot of people like that. So what I do with this is I'll take it and I'll put a few drops in the pivot areas, and it does what it says. It cleans it extremely well. I'll show you this, the viscosity. You can actually see right there. It's quite runny. Also, the applicator isn't as well as I'd like, but you can see here, it moves a lot faster than the hops oil does. It's an oily substance. It's not as greasy or as prominent as a full-on oil. It's not going to stay on your hands like a film, but it will, you will notice it on your hands. It easily comes off, but I've been using this in the pivot of this knife, and now it is becoming a lot smoother. And I just put this in a few minutes ago because I was doing a bit of maintenance on this. I'm going to strop this up soon, but this knife is becoming a lot smoother. When I first got this knife, it could drop. It'll still drop with a little bit of a flick, so you can see there. It is on those nylon washers, but still not bad. You can see here. Oops, I'm behind the tripod, so I don't want to hit it, but oops. Okay, I'll instead of making an idiot of myself, I'll just do one good flick here. So it's a lot smoother. I know you probably couldn't tell from that, but I am behind a tripod and I don't want to ding up my tip by hitting it on the tripod. This thing can actually almost work like an axis lock. I know it's not good for the knife, but if you hold down this and you flick it, it'll go out and you can flick it back in, which is actually really cool. I've been doing that quite a bit, not damaging the edge at all, and it's actually seeming to break in the knife a bit faster. But definitely give this stuff a try, this Smith's honing oil. It's pretty cheap. You can find it almost anywhere, just like the hops, and it works really well. I'm definitely going to be using it from now on. Whether I'm using it initially in my knives or after a while to clean them, I'm going to be doing a bit of testing with some knives through some extended use. Probably I'll have another video coming out on this after I've used it thoroughly, maybe in January. But definitely try this out. It's very affordable, and from what I've been seeing, it works very well. So I hope you guys enjoyed a bit of a different video. Leave a like if you like these kind of, not so much knife, but just maintenance and general things that can make your knife collecting a bit easier. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like on the video, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.